This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena, we're going to bring back something that time and rotation and a few things have taken away from us, and that is the pure fact, the fact that must be stated again and again and again, and that is that we can dance if we want to. Yes, we can. Let's dance. Dance of the Mance. Return up to X target artifact and or non-aura enchantment cards from the graveyard with converted mana cost X or less to the battlefield. If X is 6 or more, they are 4/4s. You've seen this, right? I've put out dance videos before, but it's been a while. I've done Doom Foretold and Yorion decks that didn't involve the graveyard because the graveyard has been a liability in Standard for a while now. Scavenging Ooze just eats the graveyard. There are other various ways to mess with the graveyard. But in new Standard, the graveyard needs to be an asset for pretty much every deck that you play. So Rogues is going to mill you so much, and Ruin Crab is going to mill you so often that you need a way to punish your opponent for putting things in the graveyard. And in a lot of decks, that's escape cards. In this deck, that card is Dance of the Mance. When the opponent fills up our graveyard, we bring back all those toys and trinkets as 4/4s, and we gain a ton of value from them. So the rest of the deck is mainly built around the assumption that the opponent's going to mill us and we can get all our stuff back. But of course, we're Doom Foretold, a card you've seen me play a million times, so it probably needs no introduction. Most of the deck actually doesn't need an introduction, as it's a pretty tried and true list at this point in the game, and the biggest new card is Confounding Conundrum, which I think a lot of people thought this would solve the ramp problem, and it doesn't necessarily solve the ramp problem, but it's good. But it's not good on its own, I would say. If you just put it out there and hope that your opponent can't ramp anymore, that's not necessarily true, and they'll find ways to beat you through Confounding Conundrum. But in this deck, we not only play Conundrum to slow them down, but then we have something to sacrifice to Doom Foretold, and then we get it back later with Dance of the Mance, and with multiples of these on the battlefield, the opponent gets into a tough spot very quickly. So Confounding Conundrum, trying to give us game against the Omnath decks, and I think it does a good job. I haven't lost to Omnath with this build yet, which is I mean, that's pretty fresh for me. I'm excited. In the mana base, we have Pathways replacing Temples, and of course we lost the Shocklands, unfortunately, but Pathways are pretty good. Shocklands were always a bit awkward in these decks because you don't want to pay too much life. You could just lose the game from getting beaten to death, and the Pathways are pain-free, although not quite as versatile, but you can build around that. So, for example, each pathway, it makes blue or black for the rest of the game. You can't just swap in or out. So the mana's a little trickier, but if you look over the deck, I don't have any double-costed cards. Absolutely none. Like all of these, you only need one white, one black, one blue, and you can cast the whole deck, which means that the mana is pretty friendly. A lot of it is untapped, which is unique for a control deck, especially in these metas right now, and it doesn't hurt you, so you have a lot of life to play with. So I'm happy with the mana base and the way that it's working out with Pathways. Originally, I was very concerned about that. We also have Golden Egg for a little extra color fixing just along the way, and we have Birth of Meletis to fetch more planes. One card that I ended up cutting. So this list, hold on, that's a segue right there. Boom. I was inspired to work on this list by ESPER Doom from the CFB Clash Qualifier #1 in the hands of Javier Nunez. And this build, you can see a lot of the similarities: the 2 Drown in the Lock, the 2 Heartless Act, the 3 Mystical Dispute, the 3 Dance of the Mance. One of the cards I had to swap out was Shatter the Sky, because I found it, 1, too hard to cast, 2, I do not like my opponent drawing cards. Like the mono green deck especially just punishes you so hard for running Shatter the Sky. And the white decks, there aren't many of them, but the ones there are have a lot of indestructibility and Seasoned Hollowblade and Selfless Savior. So I swapped that to Extinction Event. I also trimmed back on Treacherous Blessing. This card will just kill you in the aggro matchups. And I trimmed out a lot of the tap lands and got Golden Egg into it. Predation, also a one of here that's kind of a tapped land. So made some adjustments from this list, but by the way, site you can use to net deck, MTG Melee, pretty sweet site. You might want to check it out. I don't always net deck, but when I do, I check out MTG Melee. That's not even sponsored. What am I doing? What is sponsored is MTG Assistant, which helps me track how I'm doing with my decks and what the meta is like. So as you can see that there's a meta that they track for standard, traditional standard, historic, and traditional standard. Traditional historic, sorry. And you can see that Dimir Flash is still running this meta along with Mono Red, each of them having 60% win rates, and Mono Green at a 59, and there's a Mono White life gain hanging there too, and then Teamer. So the 4-color stuff is down here in Best of One, which is kind of interesting, and it's a much more aggressive meta. But you still have to be ready to beat this, because let me tell you, everybody knows it's a very strong and scary deck, and I still want to defeat it every chance I get. Of course, in traditional standard, maybe things get mixed up a bit, but anyway, those metagame tracking things do have larger sample sizes than I can put together myself. Also, we've got our stats on the decks themselves, and yeah, absolutely killing it. I think this is the deck I'm playing today. Esper Doom. Yep. It's a different version of it. Anyway, don't worry about stats too much, but it is fun to track all those things. And if you want to support the channel, MTGA Assistant supports the channel for every download they receive, so you can download in the description from Overwolf. You'll have to download the Overwolf thing too. So if you're interested in a deck tracker and that kind of stuff, and you want to get one and support the channel, there's a link in the description. Check it out. Thank you for that, and thank you to everybody who already downloaded it. I know there's a lot of you because Gina got some extra toppings on her pizza yesterday because we got a little ka-ching in the PayPal account. So thank you so much. And now we're going to dive in, and we're going to let the dance of the man's nonsense begin. Seems like a good hand until you realize it can't kill a single thing. So let's hope we're not up against things that require that. I'm going to try to hold the passage for later and see what we find with the Omen and the Conundrum. Triome. Okay. Let's get you on the field. Doom Foretold already on tap, looking nice. Ooh, drawing a black source next turn would be nice to go Blessing into Foretold. Scoos! That's annoying. Okay. If I play the Birth next turn, then the turn after that I get the wall, play the Doom. I can still sacrifice Birth to the Foretold. Let's do it. Scoos Abzan. Black, green. I don't know, man. Opponent's coming at us with a little bit of a brew. Always good to start your day. A brew a day keeps the net decks away. No, that's not true. Nothing does. But we do have to get rid of Ooze or Dance of the Manse. It looks embarrassingly poor. We've got a Scryland. And we've got a Keep. And we've got a Chainweb Arachneer. So a diversification of costs means Extinction Event isn't that great. Very tempting to just play a Doom Foretold. Yeah, I think that will be really solid here. The thing we have to worry about is Gem Razor, I suppose. The opponent can give up the Chainweb, keep their Ooze for at least a turn, and Ooze is so annoying. Eats up that great. Oh. Oh, did you plan on this? Are you confounded? Have you been conundrumed? Yep, put it back in your hand. Oh, nice. And a Harbinger. Okay, so what do we get rid of? Definitely the Birth, right? I mean, is this really going to do anything ever again? But this is going to get rid of itself. Now we have the awkward moment of... what do we do about this? I guess we can block it. If they remove it, they go get another card. It's kind of annoying. I think that the right way to go this turn is to keep trying to line up a good Extinction event. We can play Birth of Meletus, get the Plains, and then play Treacherous Blessing. That way we still make our land drop, and we put 2 more permanents on the field for the Doom Foretold. That's a lot of Mystical Dispute in a matchup without blue. But maybe we'll get to a spot here where we can have a turn where we can sit back on our Dispute. Our opponent lets the Ooze go without eating our graveyard, which is good for the dance. Easy block. Don't want the opponent getting cards. They let it go. Alright, Blessing to the graveyard. They have mana open. I wonder what they have in mind. All the Plains in the deck are in our hand or on the battlefield now. We'll just let this shift over to the opponent and sit on our counter spells. They're going to use Castle to draw. That's a good sign. That's not where you want to live your life. Questing Beast. Nah. None of this. Go get another island, play an Omen. Bit of a backbreaker on the counter. Ugh. This was definitely the kind of matchup you want. Hard not to take a Yorion. It's a bit too much value. Goodbye, Birth. So we do have to take down the counter shields, and if we just leave them up, we probably can't lose the game, but... you know, gotta do the thing. How do you not Sky Noodle when you have a chance to? Oh, I'm sorry. I missed my line. Sure, all of this. Doom Foretold goes off, discard a card. Gain and drain. Graveyard is looking 1, 2, 3, 4 deep on the enchantments. And we're about to go into 8 mana to use Dance to get them back. Now the opponent looks too. And they're like, haha, Scavenging Ooze. Well, you're rude. That's what I got to say about that. Are there any creatures down there? The only creature in the graveyard, I guess they have several. But we can sort of preserve our graveyard a little by making the opponent use one of their green mana to eat their own graveyard instead of ours. Heartless Act. Okay, well now they can try to kill the Sky Noodle. And they only have 1 green. So if we counter this, then they have to eat their own graveyard. Then we Doom Foretold. Alright, this works. Oh no! They've gone on a frantic touching spree. They're poking my cards. Disgusting. Yep, they're looking in the graveyard. They're like, well, now I can't eat something of yours. That was my whole plan. Now I have to eat something from mine. That was my plan. Now they can untap and use some green mana in their upkeep if they really want to. So be it. Let's see if they do. Also, I think they have to put a stop or they don't even get the chance. Haha. Second ooze down. The opponent might be able to bring back the Arachner, but it can't kill the Yorion. It just does 4 damage to it. Man. Cheval Harbinger. It's a green-black good stuff deck. And those are the decks that Doom Foretold just gets really creepy with, you know? Get rid of Omen. It just absolutely wrecks them. Well, we can dance. Everything's under control. We could also wait a little longer. I will wait no longer. I've decided now is the time. Who knows when another ooze is gonna come creeping about. No planes to find. Just gotta let that be. More fun toys. Like, all of these are just draw more cards. It's kind of crazy. 2 Doom Foretolds on the battlefield when we say go. What do we put in the graveyard for the next dance? You can be there. I guess you can be there. So the opponent gets to put something, a counter on something with Cheval. They're at 5. They're facing 2 Doom Foretolds. And a lot of 4/4s. I don't know what they can possibly do about this. I know. It occurs to me what they can do about this. They can bring the rope. That is in the wheelhouse of the MTG Arena gamer. They can also bring the scoop. On the draw, and we have draw, Doom, which might not be good enough if the opponent goes aggro, but let's see what happens. Would you like to ruin my scry? Of course you would. Of course you're here to ruin my scry. You monster. Alright. The good thing about rogues is they fill our graveyard. The bad things about rogues is they have all these flash effects. They didn't attack. That's funky. I don't know about that. So I think we go for the Omen and try to dig up some kind of removal piece. Okay, would you like to not attack this turn? Because that's fine too. We got Mimic. Alright. Yorion in the graveyard. Okay. So strictly a misplay last turn, or did we suddenly get brave? Extinction event, I guess I'll take. Don't need an egg. So, they could have Fabled Passage. Their mana's been awkward, which means we should play a Conundrum here. Treacherous Blessing, we might take way too much damage, so I'm just going to hold that back. Drown. It's a card. Really wish we had some Mystical Disputes in this matchup, because I have a feeling I'm gonna get countered right out of this game. But we will try. We will fight the fight. Yep. Thought Thief. Actually, we get an opportunity here to resolve the Doom Foretold, and the opponent doesn't have the mana for a Brazen Borrower. Elspeth's Nightmare. Oh, that's a good one, right? It's exile an opponent's graveyard, though. Oh, I don't know. We could play this naming odd, leaving the opponent only on a Thought Thief, but they can protect it pretty well. I think we should try to defend our life total. The Thought Thief we can clean up later with the Nightmare. And we hope that they don't hit their land drop for Brazen Borrower or Rankle. Okay, tapped blue source. Big turn. We need to hit a land drop. We do. Nice. And now we go for the Nightmare. The opponent goes for the counter. We go for the Drown in the Lock, maybe? No, we don't have enough. All right, so we're gonna have to get that back. Oh wait, we can drown the Thought Thief now. No, we can't. There are no swamps left in our deck. Rip. Managed to mill them both. Two confounding conundrums if they play a Fabled Passage, haha. But they play a flash game very well, so they'll probably be fine. We got lucky to draw another black source, meaning we can go Doom Foretold with Drown in the Lock next turn, but this thing hits for 7? Oh my goodness. This game's over. This game's over. Maybe not, maybe not. Hold on. Doom Foretold, that will eat something. Drown in the Lock, that will destroy the... No, it doesn't destroy the Scavenger. I have to let them untap. If they untap, it probably kills me. Oh man, if they have a counter, we can't win. Because there aren't enough creatures in the graveyard. Now, I can wait, let the trigger happen. They sacrifice the creature, then I kill the Scavenger. But then they can counter it. Now, what if I go after the Thought Thief? This goes down to a 6. And this, I'm at 7, and they have to give up another creature. If I get rid of the Thought Thief, I might live. But if they have Rankle, I die. I think it's best to play around a counter or a Drown in the Lock. Therefore, we have to do this. Man, do I wish I could kill the Scavenger there. I just don't believe I'll be able to do that after I untap. So here's Doom, get rid of the Wind Robber, and they need to find one more point of damage. And if they do, I am certainly dead. Down to 1. Okay. They have to have another permanent or Doom Foretold makes them give up the Scavenger next turn. Oh, this is a tense one. This is a tense one. So I think we are right that they have counter spells. So let's try to get them to play them. Playing Treacherous Blessing here is LOL. They might counter the Egg because it gains life. They would counter the Dance for sure, but I really don't want them to. Golden Egg on the stack. What you got? Draw. Alright, let's hope it's not a Brazen Borrower either. They could have flashed in a Brazen Borrower on upkeep, sacked it to Doom Foretold, and won the game. So I don't think it's that. But we have the Heartless Act. So even if they flash something in here, we're still alive. Give up your Scavenger. Give it up. That's right. My turn. Lovely. Omen of the Sea. Another Doom Foretold. And a land. I'll take both. Let's gain this sweet, sweet life. Trigger. Sack Omen. I like keeping the conundrums on the battlefield just in case they do go for a Fabled Passage play. So I believe playing Doom Foretold here will get countered, and that's fine. Black, black, blue, blue, white, white. We should be able to get the last 2 cards out of their hand one way or another, with Doom Foretold popping off, and with this playing into a counter. There's the Drown in the Lock. Man, I really think they had that when they had it, which meant we were dead. Could have played Treacherous Blessing there. Maybe that was the right play. Windrobber, sure. Mystical Dispute. Alright, let's dance for 5, baby. Who wants to come back? You. You, and you. Oh man. All the doom foretold. Yes! All the doom foretold. They're not gonna sit to see what happens on their upkeep. Yes! Oh, that was close. Down to 1 life. 1 lander. LOL. Okay. I think we can try it and put back an event. Where are those mystical disputes? He says as the Temple of Mystery hits the battlefield. Omen ready, but we're also giving our opponent the rogue look. Yes, we are rogue deck. Don't worry about thing. White mana clover, fun. Well, we've got the doom foretold. So that's a start. Now we need some mystical disputes. I definitely want my 4th land. If I'm going to play Doom, I don't think I want Yorion. Yorion can wait till later. Another land. I am ready to Omen of the Sun. Has you Beanstalk Giant? Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? Always have the nuts. So are you gonna get a red? Set that Omnath up. Okay, maybe we're something else. Maybe you have the mountain in hand, or maybe you're playing some kind of a Bant list. Make some 1/1s, why not? We are going to frickin', barring a Brazen Borrower, we're going to Doom Foretold this Clover, baby. It's happening. Okay, they have a Giant Killer that they're thinking about casting. Well, if Doom Foretold is on their radar, they might play the Giant Killer. Okay, the longest possible rope into that play. Opponent preserves their Clover for 1 turn. Take the black because we have another blue right here. Giant Killer down. Unless you want to get rid of your Clover, which I doubt. And here is where we probably see Fae of Wishes return to nature. Oh, Temple of Enlightenment. Okay. So why does one play Bant Adventures? I guess you really like Giant Killer. I have found it to be a good card in the 4-color list. And maybe you don't want to craft Omnath because, you know, bans. Token cleanup is good. I got an epic giga-brained Clover player here. Gonna go through every possible play that one could make before getting blown out. We'll give up Omen of the Sun because we want to bring one back. No, okay, we drew another. 6 mana? I guess we do want to be able to get back Doom Foretold. Okay, I'll keep. Odd. Your Clover, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Interesting. Let's put a stop on the upkeep. I think the opponent is trying to trap my Doom Foretold. but it's not going to work because we can flash this in. I guess I'd rather do this Omen, though. And give him some Hedron love for that play. Ira now has your borrower. Thank you. Trying to hold this Omen until I get as much information as possible over what I need to draw for next turn. For those wondering why I did it that way, as opposed to concealing the info of which Omen I had in my hand and being ultra sneaky. Alright, I'll fetch with Passage first, so that we don't endanger the scry. I think they're attacking there because they don't know what else to do. That's my theory. Never surrender, never show weakness, right? Those are cards. I will take both of those. Get rid of Omen of the Sea. Draw the Heartless Act. We could pop the Doom Foretold off and get it back. I think we're just fine waiting, though. Just letting it eat this and then eat the Omen and just playing this game, right? How many more creatures would you like to feed to Doom Foretold? Are we done? Have you had enough pain? Drown in the Lock and Golden Egg. Both are fine. I don't need the egg, really. We'll just take the drown. I would love another land here to keep moving me towards dancing for more and more, so I think that's why getting rid of the egg is okay. Egg would have drawn the land anyway, to be fair. Well, full turn cycle of nothing. You got something else? And then the Doom finally goes off, right? Forest down, Knight acquired, 2 life. Man, did that Doom Foretold saw through a lot of stuff. Beanstalk Giant, more land. You know what I miss most with Dance of the Manse? Some of you are really going to laugh at this. Teferi Time Raveler. I think that being able to cast Dance of the Manse at instant speed was just good for the game. Let's be real. It was just good for the game, okay? And you can't tell me otherwise. Let's destroy this so they don't get the... Well, yeah, let's destroy this so they don't get the 3-1. Because its flash ability can mess up our Doom Foretold plan. We're on 5. If we get one more land, these all come back as creatures. And our opponent does have 2 mana open right now. It could be something like a negate. And next turn they'll probably play a giant. So, waiting one more turn seems just fine. Here comes the giant. That pause makes me think they have a land. Why would they hold a land? I don't know. Not gonna try to get in the head of the Bant Adventure Maniac. Boom. We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. Because your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, then they're no friends of mine. We can go where we want to, a place where they will never find. Diamond! Going to the Diamond Club. That's where we're going. Welcome to Diamond, baby. You go first. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh, they got creepy puppet though. Not beautiful. Not accepted. Hi. What's up? Just get that dirt off your shoulders. All right, let's give him the rogue's look for a turn. Is it mono red? Get him to play around a Thought Thief or something. Uh-huh. No, it's an Evolving Wilds. What is this? Alright, where's Doom Foretold? That's what we need here to go with this Treacherous Blessing. Alright, did we just run out the Blessing? If we play it, we have to discard. Let's take another turn, set up with Omen. I don't know what's going on here, but we can take another turn of setup at least. We really want to make sure that when we play Treacherous Blessing, we have a nearby Doom Foretold. We do not want to get stuck with this on the battlefield. Card will wreck you. Oh, look at you! You have Teamer cards! Okay. Okay. And you have white cards. I wonder what deck you're playing. So this is the game. This is the deck where we need to have Mystical Dispute. So let's try to dig for it. We can... Oh, what's this? We'll take that, I think. Don't know if I need you. Another blue source would be nice, but I don't need it. What am I doing next turn? Well, right now, I'm only playing this, which is not great, to be honest. Okay, we found something else to play. Where's Mystical Dispute and where's Doom Foretold? And why am I drawing all these weird little cards? Drew both Blessings, both Eggs. Urgh. It's gonna make me salty. You won't like me when I'm salty. Uh-huh. No way to deal with this. No Mystical Dispute, no Doom Foretold, no Extinction Event. It's not looking nice. It's 100% trinkets, man. No Heartless Act. Ugh. How the heck do I cope? Well, I could go ham and just try to draw into... the Heartless Act. Leave up a blue for drawing Mystical Dispute. That's not very good. Everything about this is bad. Hello! Yeah, I know. Fine. Hey! And the internet smiled upon him on this day. Away with you, Omnath. Look at this Yorion. Goodness gracious. Oh, we're gonna cultivate now. Okay, okay. Would you like to play that land? Yes! Yes, you would. Of course you would like to play that land. Back it up. Back in your hand, pal. Cobra. There's an Elspeth's Nightmare waiting to happen. Alright, we want to keep progressing our lands. So we play Birth, we get Plains. Then we have 4. We play Nightmare, we hold up Dispute. Easy. Elspeth's Nightmare, Cobra down. Look at all these freaking enchantments. Get out. Get out. Get the heck out, Omnath. Out. No. Bad Omnath. It's a bad Omnath. Yes, I know. I know, it's nice. I understand. I understand. Oh god, we can blink the nightmare and kill the Cobra. Alright, we still have to draw another solution, another mystical dispute or something. They have a Kenrith. Thundering Rebuke, do we care? Doesn't hit anything for us. Are we better off taking Cultivate? I think so. Alright. Lock and load, squad. Oh man. Oh man. Oh. This is gonna be gross. Good game. Oh, you have no idea how good that felt. Feel the power. It doesn't have blue, so it's risky, but Golden Egg is a one-shot blue, and hopefully we draw into it. I'm willing to try hands like these. Maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe it's gonna cost me. I have been on a hot streak. Would be about time for Magic to serve up a beating, but ta-da, not punished. So, definitely going to make blue. The question is, do we hold up a mystical dispute against rogues, Lurrus rogues, or do we get down a conundrum that's probably going to do nothing, or an egg that's probably going to do nothing? I'm honestly not sure. I think I'll get the conundrum out of the way so I don't get bottlenecked on the blue mana later. Hopefully the opponent doesn't have Enforcer into Thought Thief. That would be a bit of a punish if they main phase the Thought Thief next turn. Okay, punished. Yeah, so from turn one, punished. Or I guess turn 2 that was. Yeah. Should have known better. So there's already 6 cards in the graveyard. There will be 8 by next turn. We're going to have to try to ambush with an Omen. It's probably not going to work. This deck is known for having the tricks. Oh man, both of those were needed. Don't look too much at what gets milled. It's too tilting. Maybe we don't block here and we try to block next turn with Dispute to protect a 1/1. Although, no, they don't play Brazen Borrower, right? But they'll play Drown. Yeah, let's take it. I say go. We drew a Heartless Act. That's pretty good. Alright. Probably want to make sure that we get an island with this before anything bad happens. Like every island in our deck gets milled. So we try to set up a double block. When the opponent tries to break it up, we play Mystical Dispute and we play Heartless Act, right? Right. Another Enforcer. Ugh. Okay. That's really bad. What needs to die? I guess I am at risk of getting milled out way too quickly, so I should kill the other Enforcer to prevent the triggers. Oh man. Okay, we need to draw Dance of the Manse. For sure. There's only one in the graveyard so far. Coward. Well, they're stuck on lands, but my hand has a lot of irrelevant cards, unfortunately. just flooding out in a somewhat brutal way. In a bit of a hurry to play this before we're out of planes in the deck. So we've got a lot of support. We just don't have any action. And the opponent has a hand full of spells. You know at least 2 of them are Drown in the Loch, but they're handy. They're limited on mana. That's the best thing we have going for us. Okay, opponent says, I'm going for you. If they have a Heartless Act here, they blow out our block. But that's how they spend their turn. Okay, they let the Thieves Guild Enforcer die. Weird. And they weren't willing to do that the turn before. Look at that draw. Let's go. Come on. M M M M A A A A N N N N S S S S E E E E M M M T E E E G. Dance. Bum 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 ba dum bum bum ba da da dum 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 da dum 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 da 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 dum bum bum. That was a much needed resolves. That was a much needed play. We're still really in. We've got a lot of land here, and we have Treacherous Blessing on the field with 11 life. But we've got plenty going on. There's still a lot of land. 26 cards in the deck, and the opponent will see no more. On the draw, but with a lot of the cards we need. We've got green. We've got Stone Coil. Away we go. I have a feeling I won't be Mystical Disputing in this game. Red-green. Oh no. Alright, those are a pair of evens. But it's so much damage so quickly. Deciding what to Heartless Act might get complicated. So let's see if they play an odd threat this turn. If they do, that's what we Heartless Act, planning to Extinction Event even in the near future. And then we have Mystical Dispute for next turn. Ooh. Oh, why did we go second? Oh. That's terrible. Well, now I have to worry about my life total, and I can't waste the turn. I had a plan. Klothys destroyed it. Oh, why did we have to go second? Not like this. Alright, holding up Mystical Dispute is no good. The opponent can just sit back if we have open mana, and they're in perfectly fine position. This is okay. We're going to have to race them now in kind of a value-y way, because we're going to be taking damage every turn. Unbelievable. Ugh. Alright, even. So this is in the graveyard, and now there's 2 spells in the graveyard. Ugh. Down to 5. How was Klothys such a perfect card in that moment? Like, it was just the can't beat this card. Oh, gosh. I'm still sore. Like, I'm butthurt, man. What can I say? Name odd, exile you, go to 1 from the Klothys. Still have the egg, force the opponent to kill me at instant speed, or we ninja in the Omen. If we ninja in the Omen, make a block, then there's only 1 more spell to burn me with. We're missing a land drop on that play. It's very bad. Oh well. We also die to Embercleave. What can you do? Uno. Blocks. Still alive. Land. Okay, scry to the top. That's terrifying. We have a mystical dispute, but the opponent has a lot of mana. Another Bone Crusher Giant is probably just lights out. What to play? What to play? We need to keep stuff out of the graveyard. We can't play the Blessing. I told you that card would get me killed. Alright, it's you. It's such a weak play. And we want the... Yes, we definitely want Mystical Dispute available. Opponent into full control mode. They've got big plans here. They Bone Crush the 1/1. And that's game, right? Because we can make them pay, but then they still just use the graveyard and everything like that. Dead. Clothis! The hell, man? Haven't seen that card in forever. It just comes down, wrecks me. No blue mana. Not keeping this because I have a Treacherous Blessing, that's for sure. I guess we put back Dance. Oh man, look at the tap lands though. This is so bad, and on the draw too. It's so bad. Okay, maybe we put back a Passage because our best line is to scry into an untapped land, then play Birth, then Omen, and work from there. Just the all-tap land hand. The off-color hand into the all-tap land hand. The absolute nightmare that is playing this game, pretending that it can be fun. So cryptic! CGP. CGP, why so cryptic? Alright. Oh, we did it! That's why we play the game, baby. So, we could slow roll the Birth, but then we might not... No, we're not going to miss a land drop next turn anyway. So the thing with slow rolling the Birth is it's better if there's a Doom Foretold, and here we can hold up Omen of the Sea to try to find removal. And I don't think Conundrum's going to matter in this matchup because of mono green. We do end up putting off the wall for one more turn, but we have a better chance of finding something like an Elspeth's Nightmare, or a Heartless Act, a Doom Foretold, an Extinction Event. Alright, opponent happy to have a 2/2 getting in there. Not missing a land drop here. They have a Yorvo. Heartless Act not looking as good. Extinction Event looking wonderful though. So what's next turn? The Birth. Because we're naming odd. So if we're playing Birth, we don't need this swamp. Yet. It's gonna sting a bit. Alright. Hit me. But don't gem raise me. Do not gem raise me. Come on, I can take it. Pat Benatar this sucker. Hit me with your best shot. But don't make it a questing beast. Make it an odd creature, please. Not an even costed one. Oh, they are definitely reaching for the Gem Raiser. No! Anything but that. The bane of my existence. Why are we full control pausing our Gem Raiser here? Are you just that insane? Wait, okay, Mad Lad moment. Just the... Oh, I get it. It's just it's a flex. A display of power. They are showing us, with this rope, they're just seeing if I want to concede now because there's a Gem Raiser in their deck. The absolute Best card against us. That's what it is. They're just flexing this Gem Razor to see if I want to scoop and to really embrace the moment here with their time in the sun on YouTube. And just remember the time that they made CGB cry with their Gem Razor and its goofy comic book art. And I know you could say, but the Godzilla art's worse. I mean, some people feel that way. I think the comic book art is kind of, ugh. It's not for me. I like the Godzilla stuff. All right, complete rope out and blew up the Omen for some reason and put the Gem Razor under the Yorvo. This couldn't have gone better. What a tragic disconnect, or what a terrible time to have your batteries run dry. The AI literally couldn't have done the opponent dirtier. It put the Gem Razor under the Yorvo, so it's only a 4/4. Of course it skipped the attack phase. Of course it targeted Omen instead of Birth, so I still get the wall. And Yorvo and Shambler are both still odd. Like you couldn't have, the AI couldn't have done them dirtier. Couldn't have done it. When they come back, they're going to be like, who left? Why did I leave them in charge? They literally burned the shop down. That is if they ever come back. I think we would have lost this game pretty badly. I mean, what would I have had to do? I'd be at like 10 life. I would have to play the Extinction event on even to get rid of the Gem Razor. Then our opponent would only have a Shambler. So maybe it's not the absolute worst, but I'd be in a much worse spot. They would have to have a follow-up like a Questing Beast. If they had that, maybe they wouldn't scoop there. Who knows? And we are back for the post-game wrap. And what changes would I make to this sucker? Not many. I think the mana is very good. I think that the trinkets are a bit much. I think I have too many, let's see, Golden Egg, Confounding Conundrum, Omen of the Sea, Treacherous Blessing. This is a bit too much do not much. Omen of the Sun is an okay bridge piece, but I don't think it's really great. So if you have a hand that has like 2 or 3 of these and you draw some Omens of the Sun, it just feels like you're not doing much. So I would like to replace some amount of these some way. Treacherous Blessing, this card will get you dead, especially if you draw 2. So I might even go down to 1. All the way down to 1 copy. Golden Egg, the mana, I never had to use it to fix the mana. I was always able to find a way out of the mana, so I think I would trim the Golden Egg. Another card I'm curious about, should I keep it, should it go? Elspeth's Nightmare. I really like Drown in the Loch as a potential counterspell as the game gets long. And Elspeth's Nightmare is a bit of a nombo with the Drown in the Loch, and it hits some things out of the rogue deck, but it doesn't hit everything, and they can sometimes get ahead of it with a Soaring Thought Thief. So Elspeth's Nightmare is also a bit questionable. So I guess what I'm saying is I really want to keep these blue cards. I really want to keep at least 1 Blessing. I'm not sure about Omen of the Sun. Maybe these could each be 1-ofs. And I could definitely trim the Nightmare and the Egg to find some more ways to kill the opponent's creatures. This deck misses Oath of Kaya very badly, and Elspeth's Nightmare is no Oath of Kaya, but maybe there's something out there that we could find to take its place. Hey, Jealousy. What? Random 90s song reference. Some of you got it. Let me know in the comments. Cool Kids Club, thank you for watching till the end. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for watching all the videos. As always, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.